Keep your family and home safe with these few fire safety preparation and prevention tips. Ensure that your home has working smoke detectors. They will alert you if there is smoke and fire in your home. Install a smoke detector on every level of your home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. Test smoke detectors every month and change the batteries every 6 months. Home fires can spread rapidly and every second counts. Create an escape plan and practice it with everyone in your home. Make sure everyone can safely escape in less than 2 minutes. Keep escape routes as clutter-free as possible so no one trips or falls on the way out during an emergency. In addition to smoke detectors, fire extinguishers is an important device to have on hand. To use a fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side at the base of the fire. We must all do our parts to ensure that our families and homes are safe in the event a fire occurs. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Fire Services, and all officers of the Fire Department, let's work together to help prevent fires, because fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and the life you save may be your own.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. Hurricane Erin is being closely monitored as it continues to produce dangerous sea swells and other unfavorable conditions. While the Bahamas is not in its path, officials are encouraging residents to remain prepared. Also, while the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic continue to be felt around the world, on a positive note, new data released shows the Bahamian economy has fully rebounded. And officers attached to the Centerville Urban Renewal Center taking matters into their own hands to clean up a buildup of waste. We'll tell you more tonight. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. As the Met Office continues to closely monitor the progress of Hurricane Erin, officials say at this time, Erin's greatest risk to the country are large east to southeast sea swells, dangerous waves, and rip currents. The Met Office advises mariners and beachgoers along easternly shorelines to take the necessary precaution. Dangerous sea swells, coupled with strong, gusty winds along Atlantic exposed islands, may be felt as early as Sunday afternoon through the middle of next week. We encourage you to stay tuned to the ZNS News Network for the latest information on Hurricane Erin. Disaster Risk Management Authority officials are awaiting the green light from the Bahamas Met Office to begin monitoring any potential impact Hurricane Erin may bring. Managing Director Erin Sargent explains this process.
When there's certainty that the Bahamas will be impacted, we will activate our National Disaster Emergency Operations Center, and that will then lead the response efforts and advise administrators whether they are to go and shelter and we take over from a national perspective.
DRM Authority officials have already contacted their partners at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to help distribute essential supplies to any island impacted. Sargent also outlined the readiness of Family Island administrators.
We've been doing regional training exercises with members of the Family Island administrators to encourage them on how to prepare. What's their local capacity? What's the processes for them activating? That's something that they don't just do, they do in tandem with the DRM Authority and the Met Office.
In a little over 2 weeks, students will be back in the classroom as the new school year gets underway. Ahead of opening day, finishing touches are being made to the nation's schools to ensure they are in order and ready for students and teachers. Today, along with education officials, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, toured several schools here in New Providence to see firsthand how works are progressing. The group started at Government High School, where works have been ongoing all summer. They toured new pavilion area that is being constructed adjacent to the soon-to-be-completed swimming pool. Afterwards, it was on to C.W. Sawyer Primary School, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Here's Principal Tanya Farquharson.
At C.W. Sawyer is on schedule. We will be ready for the reopening of school. We had some interior painting job that was done, that is completed. It's just the roofing that we are waiting on to be completed, and it is on schedule, and we will be ready for the reopening.
Heat will be a factor as students return to the classrooms, and Farquharson confirms those issues are actively being addressed.
Areas are air conditioned. For example, the preschool, the offices are air conditioned. We are working on getting air conditioning for the entire area. That is something that the government is looking into.
L.W. Young Junior High School was the final stop on the tour. Works are being carried out both in and outside, and all in all, officials seem assured these exercises will be wrapped up before opening day, which is set for September 1st. More evidence tonight that the country's economy is growing and continues showing signs of further growth. New data released this week from the Bahamas National Statistical Institute shows the Bahamian economy has fully rebounded from pandemic levels. Corvell Pyfrom looks closer at the Institute's findings.
The report notes that the second quarter of 2024 recorded the highest real quarterly GDP since the series' inception. It attributes this strong performance to industries like agriculture and fisheries, information and communication, electricity and gas, water supply and sewerage, as well as accommodation and food services. Overall, the QGDP trends for 2024 show continued economic growth when compared to the corresponding quarters in 2023. The information compiled by the Bahamas National Statistical Institute show only the third quarter of 2024 recorded a modest year-over-year decline of less than 1% when compared to the previous year. However, the most notable increase occurred in the fourth quarter of 2024, which saw real QGDP rise by 7.6% over the same period in 2023. The results, the report shows, indicate the Bahamian economy has surpassed pre-pandemic levels. The first quarter of 2024, real GDP reached $3.5 billion, a jump from $3.4 billion in the same quarter of 2023, representing an increase of 1.9%. Quarter 2 of 2024 saw a rise of 4.9%, with GDP climbing to $3.6 billion, up from $3.4 billion in 2023's quarter 2. The third quarter of 2024, GDP saw a slight decline of 0.8% at $3.4 billion, rebounding to $3.6 billion in quarter 4 of 2024, up 7.6% from $3.3 billion in 2023. The figures reflect typical seasonal trends in the economy, with peak activity in winter and spring months. In 2024, quarter 1 saw real GDP increase by 5.8% compared to 2023's quarter 4. Q2 saw a rise of 2.6% over Q1 of 2024. Q3 contracted by 5.1% from Q2, and Q4 rebounded to 4.4% over the previous quarter of 2024. Additional details on these revisions will be provided in the full National Accounts 2024 report. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Positive news on the rebound. Long may it continue. Thanks, Corvell. The North American, Central American, and Caribbean Open Track and Field Championships are officially underway and will have Grand Bahama beaming with life August 15th through 17th. All the action is taking place at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex with morning and evening sessions. Ramiko Knowles has more from the Grand Bahama Sports Complex.
Excitement is certainly in the air at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex for day 1 of action of the NACAC Track and Field Championships. Over 400 athletes assembling at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex to do exactly what that sign says, and that is to push past possible. The Minister for Grand Bahama says hosting an event like this in Grand Bahama is not only a proud moment for the island, but a major boost to the local tourism.
I consider Grand Bahama to be the home of events and entertainment. And the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, he's always been talking about sports in paradise. And that's what's happening here on Grand Bahama Island. There are so many vendors who are going to be here, who are going to be able to benefit from the traffic we have here at this Grand Bahamas Sports Complex. And so, I look forward for this weekend of activities, what it means for our island, what it means for our country, because our country will be, broadcast to the world as a home of events and entertainment and sports tourism. Great times for our island, great times for our country, great times for culture, great times for sports, and Grand Bahama is where it's at.
Now, LaDawn, the track and field championships will continue until August 17th. The opening ceremony will take place on Saturday, August 16th at about 3 o'clock, and that will be carried live on the network. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Back to you in studio.
Wishing all the athletes the best. Thanks, Ramiko. Still to come, another cleanup exercise in the capital. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desks. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back to school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back to school special. Restrictions apply.
3 Chinese nationals, 1 man and 2 women, were deported to their home country from the Bahamas around 1 o'clock this afternoon. 6 Haitian nationals and 1 Jamaican national appeared in Magistrates Court Number 9 before Chief Magistrate Roberta Reckley on charges of overstaying. All pleaded guilty and were subsequently convicted. The court issued a warning to one of the Haitians, and he was later turned over to the Immigration Department. The foreigners were levied over $4,500 in fines or served between 1 to 12 months at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Operation Black Scorpion officers seized a firearm containing ammunition around 9:45 last night after being tipped off about an abandoned structure off Infant View Road. No arrests have been made as the investigation continues. Increased gun proliferation over the past few weeks has catapulted an appeal for the public to assist police limit the number of guns seized on our streets. It was in 2023 when the Bahamas was among several Caribbean countries supporting the Mexican government's lawsuit against U.S. gun manufacturers. However, the 139-page civil lawsuit seeking $10 billion in damages was dismissed by a U.S. judge. National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, pledged the country's continued support with its international partners.
The U.S. government has passed a useful act to deal with gun trafficking. We participate them. They provide ATF officers to our anti-gang and firearm task force. They provide officers and agents from the Homeland Security investigates. You would have seen a Bahamian charged in the U.S. with firearms trafficking because he bought a number of guns and was shown to have sent it over here. So the issue of it is we cooperate with our international partners.
The National Security Minister reasoned why public support in fighting crime, or the crime war, is so crucial.
If you know your son has a gun, if you know somebody may be coming to kill your son, that may bring death to your doorstep. And so you should be telling the police where you know of these firearms existing. Because it's all well and good. Somebody may come for your son and you may find yourself crying for him in the road. But what is worse, and what has happened here already, is somebody comes for your son and you are in the car and you meet your death because you were cloaking a relative.
International Men's Day Bahamas organization meeting with various civic groups and governmental agencies to develop strategies to combat the challenges facing men in the country. The goal is to put a dent in the escalating crime wave and reduce social ills impacting men in the country. International Men's Day Bahamas president is Dr. Henry Higgins.
police forces here, urban renewal is here, we have Ministry of Social Services here, and a number of other NGOs. We've come together to collaborate so that we can work together to deal with some of the issues of men in our nation. And right now in the prison, there are many men who don't know what it is to be a man. They don't even know what a father is. So that's one of our goals, to implement programs in the prison where we can be surrogate fathers to these men in the prison and where we can actually help them. But when they come out, it does not stop there. We are with them all the way. So this program is about collaborating, getting to the streets, getting into the community.
Representatives from several government and civic organizations believe collaboration is crucial in addressing men's issues.
From the onset, many of these young men came from broken homes. Many had what we consider to be a bad break in life. Many didn't have a father figure or a positive role model. And as a result, they just went the wrong path. So for us at BDOCS, we have implemented a number of programs thanks to our commissioner.
Out of this meeting, we're bringing together a number of stakeholders, in particular men who are involved in programs to deal with the crime situation. So what we're doing as a group, we're bringing together all of the different facets of society. We always talk about everybody operating in silos, and so we're bringing together stakeholders. All of us are going to put some plans together, and then we're going to be able to support each other.
After about 5 to 6 months, Centerville Urban Renewal Center officers decided it was time to grab their rakes, brooms, and weed whackers and remove an unsightly buildup of waste on Yonge Street. Officer in charge of urban renewal and community policing, Chief Superintendent Darby Pratt, led the cleanup after receiving multiple complaints from residents.
Every day you pass, it's an eyesore. We saw it fit to put down the gun, to put down the handcuff and get out here in our CVs and clean the street of Yonge Street. This is an ongoing project that we are doing. From time to time, you will be seeing us in different streets doing the same thing. Maybe in Chippenham, you may see us tomorrow, or in Pinewood doing the same thing. With school about to open right here, with all the debris that was piled up here this morning, we approximately remove about maybe over 5 tons of garbage.
Thanks to partners like Bahamas Waste Management, which offered its services free of charge, and a civilian passerby who saw the officers' efforts and didn't hesitate to pitch in, they got the job done, but not without leaving this warning for future offenders.
As a gentleman who came by this morning, we didn't know him. He had a conversation with Inspector Leary. And when I turned around again, he was on the ground cleaning. You know, we have something handsome for him, and we want to say thank you to him too. He came and he did his civic duty as part of being a Bahamian. That is what we are looking for. Anybody be fine dumping garbage in this area. What the police clean up, they will have to see us.
Michelle Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Michelle?
The NACAC Track and Field Championships underway over in Grand Bahama. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. Grand Bahama, Western District. Bethany Baptist Church, Hannah Hill. Church of God of Prophecy, Sea Greg. Central Zion Baptist Church, Pinedale. Church of God of Prophecy, Pinedale. Bethel Baptist Church, Pinedale. New Mount Olivet Baptist Church, Holmes's Rock. 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium, 8 Mile Rock. Grand Bahama Central District. Foster B. Pestina Hall, Christ the King Church, Special Needs Shelter, East Atlantic Drive. Church of the Ascension, West Beach Drive and Arden Forest Road. Central Church of God, Coral Road. First Baptist Church, Columbus Drive. Shiloh Seventh-day Adventist Church, Sandcombe Road. Evangeline Jervis, Hurricane Shelter, Anita Doherty Drive, Beachway Drive, and Gambia Drive. Revelation Apostolic International Church, Jobson Avenue. New Life Worship Center, Coral Road. Calvary Temple Assembly of God, Clive Avenue. Bishop Michael Eldon School Auditorium, Anita Doherty Drive. Church of God of Prophecy Community at Heart, reserved for Aftermath, Coral Road. Maurice Moore Primary School, Torcross Road, and Sandcombe Drive. First Holiness Church of God, reserved for Aftermath, Young Husband Avenue. Miracle Revival Fellowship, reserved for Aftermath, Eleuthera Drive, Hawksbill. Sir Jack Hayward Junior High School, Settlers Way. St. George's High School Gymnasium, Sunset Highway.
It's Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground. Performing for the first time, Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground, Nassau. Tyrese and Uncle Sam together for the first time in Nassau. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations or log on to cashandgobahamas.com for info. Call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Over the nation's second city, the 2025 NACAC Senior Track and Field Championships officially getting underway over the Grand Bahamas Sports Complex. As dozens of athletes throughout the region set to compete as they prepare for next month's World Championships in Tokyo, Japan. Our Northern Services reporter Matthew Martinborough catches up with head coach Andrew Stiles.
The North American, Central American, and Caribbean Athletic Championships are returning to the Bahamas. Team Bahamas head coach Andrew Tynes says despite the last-minute confirmation on the venue, Team Bahamas is ecstatic to perform on home soil.
Because, you know, most of the athletes are Olympic champions, Olympians, world champion, and regional champions. So pretty much they were able to adjust.
And Tynes commends the powers that be who ensured that NACAC remained a possibility this year.
I was very proud that Bahamas was able to step up and the hostess, you know, because you have all the great countries like the United States and all those big countries didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But as I said, it's really good for our economy.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Matthew Martinborough. Back to you, Amajal.
Over in Nicaragua, the Bahamas men's national team preparing for the latest window of the FIBA AmeriCup tournament, hoping to ride the wave of momentum of last year's run in the qualifiers in Spain to a top 2 finish. The team playing a friendly last night against Nicaragua just ahead of the start of the actual competition. Now, while the team is without its NBA stars, the experienced leading group is expecting big results. Onto the hardwood, the 2-4-2 would rout Nicaragua 95-56 on their home floor, led by 18 points from Dominic Bridgewater and 16 from Kentuan Smith.
You know, the staff did an unbelievable job of helping our guys prepare, and when we came in the shoot-around, our guys were locked in and focused on what we needed to do to prepare for the game.
No, it was a wonderful experience getting to play out here with the Bahamian team for my first time. We got the dub. It was fun. We sprayed the ball around. I'm proud of the guys, and I can't wait to go out there again.
And back here in the capital, stakeholders gearing up for the 4th annual Bahamian Chinese Association Dragon Boat Festival, set to take place on Goodman's Bay later this month. Organizers holding a press conference earlier today to give the public more details on the event. They're promising that the competition will be as fierce as ever.
Our association has recently acquired 8 brand new ocean dragon boats, state-of-the-art vessels that will elevate our training and competition capabilities to new heights. These boats represent a significant investment in the future of dragon boating and our commitment to fostering physical activity, teamwork, and most of all, fun in the sport we all love.
We are taking this very seriously. And our team have been training very hard.
They have.
They have. I'm just talking to the competition. We want some bragging rights after all this. So they've been training hard. They've been eating the right foods, training hard. They have a physio, nutritionist. They're coming out here 2 or 3 times a week. Hopefully they're going to continue this after this event. We see it as a great way to improve the health of our colleagues.
And that's been your TGIF Sports. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
with C-Mon, the one and only, and I want y'all to tune into Entertainment Fridays on Access Now every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Who knows? Your favorite Bahamian artist might end up showing their face. But you gotta watch to find out.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. New Providence. New Providence Community Center, Blake Road. Samuel and Cornelia Williams Community Center, the Salvation Army, Meadow Street. Reverend Dr. O.A. Pratt Educational Building, St. John's Native Baptist Church, Augusta and Meeting Street. The Remnant Tabernacle Praise reserved for Aftermath, Carmichael Road. Epworth Hall, Ebenezer Methodist Church for use by homeless and persons with physical disabilities, Shirley Street. St. Barnabas Church, Wolf and Blue Hill Roads. Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church, Prince Charles Drive, the Salvation Army, Mackey Street, Pilgrim Baptist Temple, St. James Street, New Bethlehem Baptist Church, Independence Drive, Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church, Tony Williams Darling Highway, Agape Full Gospel Baptist Church, Kennedy Subdivision, New Dimension Ministries, Joe Farrington Road, Church of God Convention Center, Joe Farrington Road, Berea Seventh-day, Blue Hill Road South, Canon Neil E. Roach Hall, Holy Cross Anglican Church, Highbury Park, Ebenezer Mission Baptist, Charles Vincent Street, St. Mary's Hall, Fox Hill on top of the hill, Epiphany Anglican Church, Prince Charles Drive.
Joining us back in studio with the weather check is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening again, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. At 11 o'clock, well, the center of Erin was just a little over 300 miles to the east of the Los Angeles, still moving at that west-northwest direction at 17 miles per hour, maximum sustained wind 75 miles per hour. But we do anticipate some significant intensification over the next 2 to 3 days as it moves into some warmer waters of the Atlantic. So we will see Erin perhaps becoming a major hurricane as early as tomorrow afternoon. And it's continue that track and making that turn towards the north and west, it will become a Category 4 hurricane, and that should take place when it's just to the northeast of the Turks and Caicos Islands and the southeast Bahamas, and then that northerly trend should take place, keeping it well to the east of us. But the major impact from this system will be those swells. We anticipate some very large swells generating over the southeast and Turks and Caicos Islands beginning on Sunday, and that will continue right into early next week and through the balance of this week as those more easterly islands, Abaco, Eleuthera, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rumkey, San Salvador, and also Maguana, Ackless, Crooked Island. All of these islands will experience some of those heavy swells over the next several days. So boaters should exercise extreme caution as we head into next week. And our temperatures around the islands, Marsh, Abaco, 84 degrees, 85 in Green, Turtle Key, Freeport, 85 degrees, the Berry Islands at 86, 85 in Allenstown, Bimini, 85 also in Harbour Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 84, 83 in Ottostown, that's Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, 85, Camp Space, St. Andros, 85, Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 2 degrees up at 87 degrees, and then we pick up another 85 in Georgetown, Exuma. Rumkey and San Salvador, 83 degrees there, 85 in Crooked Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Ragged Island. Acklands, 84, Manchitown, Inagua, 85, Betsy Bay, Maguana, and the Turks and Caicos Island, all reporting 84 degrees. And our satellite pictures now showing a well-organized Erin. You can see that wrap around the eye of Erin that's moving very close to the northern Leeward Islands. So those outer rain bands are already affecting the north and central parts of the Leeward Islands, as a matter of fact, and gradually approaching Puerto Rico. So later on tonight and during the morning hours, we can see deteriorating conditions in Puerto Rico. And from Puerto Rico, we're looking at Hispaniola and Hispaniola, which we have Haiti and the Dominican Republic. They occupy that large island there as well. And as that turn takes place, the southeast Bahamas will also see an elevation and some rain showers. We're looking at about late Sunday going into Monday, where showers will start to pick up in the southeast Bahamas. Wind-wise, we're looking no more than about 15 to 25 knots sustained winds in the southeast Bahamas, but they will be gusting up to 35 knots or greater in their showers and thunderstorms. Our forecast tonight, partly cloudy, very warm, a couple of thunderstorms developing late, and that's because we have a little low-level trophy now moving across the area, and that will create a little bit of instability later on tonight, with a low temperature getting down to 82 degrees. And then tomorrow, there will be more clouds than sun with widely separated thunderstorms in the afternoon as a result of that same low-level system, 91 degrees for your high temperature. And over the next 7 days, we're going to have pockets of showers and thunderstorms in our forecast right through the 7-day cycle. Very, very warm daytime temperatures. They will be in the low 90s, but with the high relative humidity that we are anticipating, you're going to have those heat indices. They're going to be anywhere from 106 to 112 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is extremely warm. So once again, we take this opportunity to remind you to keep yourself hydrated, stay indoors as much as you can, take very regular breaks if you happen to work on outdoor activities, and just simply do whatever is necessary to keep yourself cool. Light clothing, very loose clothing, that too will also assist in the process. Royston?
And adding to that, make sure you wear a very good SPF sunscreen while out there in the outdoors. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching and enjoy your weekend.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Thelma, you're gorgeous. You're sweet. You're the best woman I've ever met. And I'm not marrying you for your cooking. What? Wait. Would you repeat that?